All right, friends, so there's no denying veganism is a hot topic. It is trending. So I wanted to make a video all about how to go vegan. This video is for anybody who's vegan curious, who has tried to go vegan before and has fallen off of the wagon, just doesn't know how to stay the course, or somebody who's freshly getting started, or even those who already live a plant-based life and just want more knowledge and resources to educate other people in their lives. Woo! We are out walking around. It's gorgeous, but slippery, so I gotta watch my step. So, before we dive into these tips and suggestions and all of that good stuff, I have to say I am a certified nutritionist. I am not a doctor. So if you have any concerns or you feel you need it, get the advice of a doctor. But this is from my personal experience, from all the knowledge that I've gained, that I am sharing with you. All right, so I have been plant-based, vegan, meat-free for over a decade now. So my journey actually didn't start as a vegan. I started taking baby steps, so that is definitely one of the tips that I have, is to take it in small bites. Little increments, don't try to tackle it all at once, and don't feel like you're a failure if you feel like you can't go all in. It is all right. All right, so definitely just don't be afraid to take it one step at a time. It's okay. If you are doing what you gotta do, don't let other people dictate your journey. I definitely chose to go vegan for moral reasons. So I took one documentary to start the process, and for me it's moral. I just couldn't do it anymore seeing how the animals are treated. So that's not the only reason though. And this to say that you have to find your why. So if you're interested in going vegan, you want to adopt a plant-based life, why? Why do you want to do it? You have to have a really strong why to be able to stick to it. So like I said, for me, it was moral. It could be for health, it could be for the planet, but find your why, educate yourself, and stick to it. And just really keep coming back to that why, because that is going to keep you motivated. Even having been vegan for 10 years now, I still rewatch those documentaries. I still am continuing to educate myself and keep at the forefront the reason why I chose to live this lifestyle. So I think my daughters are getting us lost. We came from that way. They're saying we came from this way. We have officially bet $50. I'd like to see where they're gonna get that $50 from. But I'm right. Let's find out. So a tip. You are going to, without a doubt, get the naysayers. And it's probably gonna be from the people you love and care about the most. Mostly just because what they don't know, they don't know. They don't understand. It's out of their wheelhouse. They know what they've been fed their entire life, and that is a meat way of eating. And especially now, meat consumption has gone way up from what it used to be back in the day. So don't let that crush you. Don't let it deter you. Continue to do what you're gonna do. Like I said, educate yourself, and then maybe they'll show interest in what you're doing if you stick with it. Continue to pursue it. Woo! So I have a story about that. I remember, okay, well, first off, so there was a guy, a meat salesman, who was coming door to door, who decided to come to our house to try to sell us meat. Mind you, he had to walk past our van, which has stickers all over the back of it about being vegan. I'm a big bumper sticker gal. And I remember when I told him that we were vegan and that we don't eat meat, he told me, "But you look so healthy, you look so good. How is that possible if you don't eat meat?" Well, you just gotta brush those kinds of comments off. Know that you know better. Again, it's a misconception that vegans are malnourished, that we don't get enough protein, we don't get enough vitamins. How are we gonna live? How are we gonna sustain ourselves? But when you're in this lifestyle, you know better than that. So again, don't let those naysayers deter you, and make you feel like it's just something that you don't want to do. Go for it and just brush it off. So the biggest thing that you're gonna hear when you go plant-based is, where are you gonna get your protein? That is the big running joke for non-meat eaters, is where are we gonna get our protein? So all I have to say about that is, if you are focusing on getting enough nutrients, you are eating calorie-rich foods, you are going to get enough protein. I don't mean a junk food vegan. You're not gonna sit there and eat Oreos and chips and get the protein that you need. You need to eat the rainbow, focus on calorie-rich foods, and I promise you, you are not gonna be lacking in protein. You're not gonna be lacking in most of the vitamins you need. You will be much more nourished than you were when you were eating meat. So a note to that is, a lot of times when people transition to a plant-based way of eating or vegan, they tend to feel tired, they won't have any energy, they'll lose weight. So something that you need to keep in mind is that whole foods, fruits and veggies and all that good stuff that you should be eating on a plant-based diet is far less calorie dense. So you are going to be able to eat tons more food, and you're gonna need to, so that you can sustain this way of eating. You've got to just get used to it, and don't let it can be a head game for some people, that they feel like, oh my gosh, this is too much food, I can't eat this much, and so they don't eat enough, and then it's a downward spiral, and you're not gonna feel good, you're not gonna thrive, and we wanna thrive. So get those calories in. It is all right. It is extremely unlikely that you are gonna overeat eating fruits, veggies, legumes, all that good stuff that's gonna fuel your body, all right? So another tip and also another myth is that vegans have to supplement. Kind of like what I talked about with calories and protein. You're not going to be lacking. There are vitamins that you are going to need to supplement, like D3, B12, but most foods, not even just vegan foods, most of just everyday foods that you find in the grocery store, like nutritional yeast, that's a big thing that vegans eat. It is fortified. So they have those added vitamins and minerals that we need, but it is definitely a good idea to use supplements for those kinds of things. But it's only a handful of things that you need to add to make sure that you're getting enough of it. And also, might I add, that it's not something you have to worry about right away. You don't have to decide that you're gonna go vegan and then, oh my gosh, I've got to go and buy all these supplements. No, just focus on your transition. It's great to implement those, especially those 2 key vitamins that you need, but you're gonna be okay. So don't let that scare you. Don't let that be the reason that you don't decide to go vegan. So another thing, as I mentioned in the beginning of my video, is that nowadays you see vegan and plant-based everywhere. It is trending. It is so much easier to eat as a vegan now, but a lot of that is because of all of the substitutes that we have. And I think that can be a great tool when you're transitioning from eating meat to going vegan. But ideally, you want to try to stick to whole foods. Whole foods, plant-based, where you're getting most of your fuel, what you're eating from Mother Nature, from what Earth provides, not what man makes in a factory. We want to try to avoid that because usually it doesn't have the greatest stuff in it for us. But like I said, it's okay every once in a while, and especially if you're transitioning and that's what you need to do, then do it. Again, use those tools and just have that end goal being to be as healthy as you can be. And when you want to be as healthy as you can be, you limit processed foods. So another challenge / tip, these kind of go together, is going to be when you are at functions with your family, friends, holidays, work, all that good stuff. You're most likely gonna be the only person there who eats the way that you eat, unless you surround yourself with other vegans and you get into the vegan community. But still, you're gonna come across instances where you are going to need to be prepared, and that is the key. You want to be prepared, bring your own food, and guess what? You might turn people on to the idea of eating plant-based because your food is awesome. So come prepared, bring meals to share, to encourage people to try the way that you're eating, and they're gonna fall in love with it. And even if they don't adopt the same lifestyle as you, if they can change one meal that's better for them, all the better. So get Give it a try, be prepared, bring awesome food, and don't worry about it. All right, next tip is veganism is a lifestyle. So again, if you're wanting to go meat-free, decide what route you're wanting to go. Is it meat-free? Is it vegetarian? Is it vegan? I don't know if I already said that. Plant-based this way, girls, right here. Oh, maybe. We're trying to get over to that building that's over there. But yeah, so if you're going vegan, it is a way of life. It's not just what you eat, it's also what you wear, it's how you live. All those things to consider, like leather, because leather is a dead cow skin. So that kind of stuff plays into the vegan lifestyle. But again, if that you don't want to go that extreme, then that's okay. Every step in that direction is a positive change. It's a positive change for you, for your health, for the environment, all that good stuff. So just decide the route that you want to go, and just know that vegan is a way of life. All right, tip number 100 is that you will experience detoxing when you, when you make a transition like this, which is again why I recommend taking it slow, taking it a step at a time, because you cannot feel all that great. Because think about it, especially if you eat a processed food rich diet, that's a big shock to your system to suddenly be fueling it with all of this really awesome nutrient dense foods. Your body's not used to that. You're going to be getting rid of all of that yucky stuff that's in your system, and you're going to feel kind of crappy. So just know that that's okay and it's normal. Again, don't let these things deter you. Just figure out what is going to work for you. Know that it's okay, and just take it slow. Take it gradual. You're going to be all right. Promise, it's okay. All right, next one up. Do not let labels discourage you. So I have to say, one of the hardest things about when I went vegan was reading labels. And then too, it's not just reading the labels for the stuff that you expect. It is the hidden ingredients, the things that you don't know are animal products, or knowing things like gelatin. Gelatin comes from animals, or that gelatin is in marshmallows, and everything has milk in it. It shouldn't have milk in it. It's just, it can be a lot, and it can feel overwhelming. And again, like I said, don't let that discourage you. That is probably my keyword of today's video: discourage. Don't let it happen. Just, again, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Push through, learn, make it better for next time. All right? All right. All right, friends, last but not least, remember, you can be a light. You can help pique other people's interest into the way that you are living. Especially the longer you stay on this journey, people are going to start coming to you because you're going to be their expert friends at all things plant-based and vegan. It's an awesome thing, and a great way for you to encourage others. Like I said, even if they don't fully transition to the way that you eat, you can change their life one step at a time. Even if they just decide to go to a vegan restaurant with you, or to try something that you make, that's one healthier meal that they are putting into their body. That's one less animal that had to die for them to eat. It is an awesome thing. You will feel the warm fuzzies inside, and it's going to reignite that fire for you to continue on the path as you are on this journey. So just know that you never know whose life you're going to be changing and who you can be influencing. So stick with it and just be a positive person in their life about veganism. Sad to say, I lost the bet. They're not getting $50 though. I don't know how that works, but somehow they were right. Here we are. I got my other turd nuggets with me. All right, friends, that is it for this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it encouraging, motivating, and inspiring. And I hope you continue to inspire those around you to just make one small change. One tiny step. As long as we're 1% better than we were the day before, it is a win. So keep doing what you're doing. You are making amazing progress, amazing steps, If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. I would love to hear any questions that you have, and maybe do a Q&A on questions around veganism, transitioning, staying the path, and all that good stuff surrounding whole foods, plant-based, non-meat eating. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Have a blessed one. Bye.